We're nearly there. Thank you, Richard. It's really wonderful to watch this process unfold, and I'm sure you're all really enjoying seeing the different ways that all of you are contributing. I would like to also thank Melissa, Rob, Owen, Lachlan, as well as Richard for joining us today to hand out the awards. So let's just give them a thank you. It is my very great pleasure to announce the outcome of the finalists and the winners of this year's Resilient Australia National Award. These are projects that have won awards in the state, business and government award categories, or have delivered their project in 3 or more states, qualifying in that way for the National Award. There were 34 projects submitted into this year's National Award qualifying categories, and there are 11 finalists. So the finalists for the Resilient Australia National Award are Department of Education, First Nations Strategy and Partnerships in Queensland for their project 2022 ATSIA Program Senior Secondary State Final Challenge, Get Ready, Disaster Risk and Preparedness in Our Community. ACT Health for their project ACT Public Health Response to Bushfire Smoke 2020. Emergency Recovery Victoria for their project Bushfire Recovery Victoria Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Management. South Australia Country Fire Service for their project South Australia Country Fire Service Child and Youth Project. Safer Together Victorian Government Programme of Work for their project Community-Based Bushfire Management, a place-based approach to reducing bushfire risk in Victoria. Disaster Relief Australia South Australia for their project Disaster Relief Australia's Project Resilience. South Australia Office for Data Analytics for their project Emergency Management Data Program Situational Awareness for Emergencies, which spells SAFE, and Data Strategy. The Northern Territory Emergency Service for their project Multi-Agency Community Resilience Films Project. CQ University in Queensland for their project Preparing for the Unimaginable. Department of Transport and Main Roads Queensland for their project State Guideline Flood Evacuation Route Improvements. And finally, Department of Water, Environment Regulation and Department of Fire and Emergency Services in Western Australia for their project Wurrumiyanga Bushfire Coordinated Residential Cleanup Program. Once again, if you haven't already worked this out, you can read about all of the finalists on the AIDA website. I feel a bit like Melissa now, if I could do a plug for the AIDA website. Lots of fabulous information there. So as you can probably guess from that list, the judging panel had a great deal of trouble working out what to do here. We spent a lot of time working through it. We've decided to award a highly commended and 2 winners for the National Resilient Australia Award. So the highly commended award goes to the Department of Education, First Nations Strategy and Partnerships in Queensland for their project 2022 ATSIA Program Senior Secondary State Final Challenge. We need a word limit. Get Ready, Disaster Risk and Preparedness in Our Community. So I'm inviting Paula Kuman to join us on stage. A couple more people joining in for the photograph, I think, which you're most welcome to do. This program affords students a unique, rich learning experience by providing opportunities to investigate solutions for real-world disaster resilience challenges. 60 Queensland State School students in years 10 to 12 teamed up to develop a communication plan and campaign material to inform a target audience in their local community about the risks, preparedness, and about disaster resilience. Students participated in regional webinars, interviews with local disaster experts, including the Queensland Reconstruction Authority and the Get Ready Queensland team, also local councils, State Emergency Service, Queensland Police Service, and Queensland Fire and Emergency Service. And that all informed their communications plan. So this was a thorough project. In June 2022, students presented a persuasive speech to the state final judging panel to convince them of the merit of their communication plan. Sincere congratulations to the Department of Education, First Nations Strategy and Partnerships, a great example of bringing regional schools all over Queensland together to collaborate and improve their disaster preparedness skills. So now we have two winners of this category. Our first winner is the Northern Territory Emergency Service for their project Multi-Agency Community Resilience Film Project. Unfortunately, no one from the Northern Territory Emergency Service was able to join us in Hobart today. I'm hoping that you're online watching. Congratulations. We do have a short video about the project.
The Multi-Agency Community Resilience Film Project was developed by the Northern Territory Emergency Service. The main outcome of this project was to deliver a visual audio education tool that conveys key messaging from multiple agencies in language and also to be relevant to specific individual remote Aboriginal communities. We set out to create films that support the building of community resilience and education of potential weather events such as cyclone, flood, heatwave and bushfire. And these events commonly impact remote communities in the Northern Territory.
This picture will help the community to understand how to stay safe and get ready for big storm and flooding. It's also going to help them about us by thinking about how to stay healthy and teach them about us some first aid.
So we really wanted these films to be community-led as much as possible, not just to drive what messaging was suitable, but to also be the stars in the film. By seeing their friends and family on the big screen, it would not only encourage people to come watch, but it would also promote what they have learned throughout the community. A lot of the time, people in remote communities only ever see the uniforms when something bad is happening. And these films and those related community events are really trying to break down those barriers.
Emergency service workers, we no matter bring Kanyula, any nowadays stay and bring me Taputa. So I'm going over down that to go and bring up the shelter.
We are proud of the work that has gone into these films. It took almost 2 years to plan, film, and edit. We know that the community is getting a lot out of them, and they've really changed the way that we will engage with remote Aboriginal communities in the future.
Sincere congratulations to the Northern Territory Emergency Services for that project. It's exciting to see a project focused on assisting some of our most remote communities in Australia with their resilience. And it's also exciting for those of you who know me and those of you who don't to see so many projects focused on community-led and giving voice to community people, which is something many of us are very passionate about. So congratulations. Second winner, the second winner of the National Award this year is Safer Together, Victorian Government Programme of Work, for their project, Community-Based Bushfire Management, a place-based approach to reducing bushfire risk in Victoria. I invite Stephanie, wherever Stephanie is, to come up on stage. While they're getting their photo taken, you've got the drill by now, I'm sure. We do have a short video about the project.
Community-based bushfire management is a place-based, community-centred, long-term approach to working with communities to reduce bushfire risk and build community resilience. It's part of a statewide multi-agency team called Community First, and we're working to collaborate, build connections across the sector and with communities. So So we have 10 full-time facilitators who work directly with communities. So they're employed through CFA, through DELP and through local government. So we are a true multi-agency program, and these facilitators work with community development principles. They work with communities, directly listening to communities, having conversations, providing opportunity for community to have a voice, to work together, to find local solutions, to discuss local values, to decide together what is important to their local community and build those solutions together. I think the commitment and dedication of the team to really putting community first, it really is something to be proud of, that the community's voice is valued and we are providing space and opportunity for community to play a part in their lives. So I think I'm really proud that the facilitators are taking the time, are putting the effort. As a team, we're working together, we're learning from our practice, we are doing things together, we're collaborating. And I think that shows in the way the communities are coming on board and feeling valued, and we are developing the trust across our sector and across all communities across Victoria.
Again, congratulations to the Safer Together team. One of the great things about this project is that this team has been working with communities over a very extended period of time. And as many of you know, it takes time to build relationship, and it's fabulous to see you win that award. So congratulations once again to the Department of Education, First Nations Strategy and Partnerships, the Northern Territory Emergency Services, and the Safer Together team.